Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over the rock lights that I installed on the Tacoma. I went with the Diode Dynamics Stage Series rock lights, and I truly believe these to be the best rock lights on the market. They are a little pricey, but I think they're definitely worth it. So I'm going to go over how I installed them and everything that went into it, as well as give you guys some footage whenever it gets dark outside because it's light right now. But I tried to make an install video, but it was just too complicated for me to get on camera, like a good quality footage for you guys to follow. So I'm just gonna kind of give you an overview, and I'm gonna link Diode Dynamics' actual install video down in the description below, and you guys can go check out that install video. It's a really professional and well-made video, and I followed it, and it was perfect. So I'll leave that down in the description. But getting all that out of the way, let's go ahead and start looking at how I install these things, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on them. So like I said, I went with the Diode Dynamics Stage Series rock lights. The kit that I got comes with 4 lights and then all of the wiring and harnesses you need to install them on your truck. It ran me about $200. I got it from Amazon, but I'll leave the link to the Amazon and their actual website down in the description below. So that's how much it costed. It took me about 2 hours to get them fully installed, and overall difficulty was, I'd say, like 6 out of 10. It's not difficult, just you know, wiring is the hardest part. So let's go ahead and take a look of where I put these things and how I installed them. So I put one light in each wheel well right above the tire. You guys can see that's the light right there. So the wire runs behind the wheel well up into the engine bay, and that is the same for both of the front. I will say the front was a lot easier to install than the rear, just because it's right next to the engine. You don't have to route the wiring as far. So the front was pretty simple. Now, when it came to mounting the back, I'll say that mounting the actual lights up into the wheel well was simpler back here, but what made it harder was having to run the wire, because you have to run it from the light behind the wheel well, then you have to run it into the frame, and then along the underside of the frame, and you have to make sure that it's all zip tied up and not in the way of any moving parts or the exhaust or anything like that. But besides that, the overall install for the lights was really simple. And like I said, I will leave the link in the description below to the actual install video. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood and show you guys the wiring that I did for these rock lights. So the way I have the wiring is it's to the battery, which is not ideal because it always has power, like the switch that I got. But for now, it works just fine. And then it's grounded to right here. The harness it comes with 4 of the plugs to plug the extenders in that go from each rock light. So that's all plugged in. Then, you know, the organization of the wires is less than ideal, but I will fix it at a later date. You know, it's not too bad right now. The fuse box is still accessible. You know, these wires are just in the way a little bit. I'll get that all figured out whenever I have the time for it. It was just a lot yesterday. For what I had going on. We were under a tornado watch, so I was doing it during the tornado. So that's the wiring. The 2 back run up into the engine bay from down there. You guys can see, you guys actually can't see. This side you can see it a little bit better. It runs straight up from the bottom of the engine bay, then up into it, then it's zip tied along the top here. So the wiring is not pretty, but it works, and overall I'm happy with it. Here's the switch that I got. I got it from Amazon. I'll leave a link to this down in the description below. But you know what I was saying with the battery, this light is always on, and then whenever you turn the lights on, the rock light letters light up. But these rock lights were a 2-way light, so there's a high and a low mode. So I ultimately, with this switch, I don't have, you know, 2 different options. It's either on or off. So I just went with the low mode because the bright mode is really bright. But if I want to change it, I just pop out this panel and switch the wiring from the relay and the low beam cord to the relay and the high beam wire. So that's the way I have that set up. Now, like I said, I have them on the low mode, so especially with how bright outside it is right now, you're definitely not going to be able to see them. You can see the high mode pretty well in the daytime, I would say, but here's what the lights look like when they're on. You know, not during nighttime, but they are pretty bright, and overall I'm happy with them. Okay, I'm gonna wait until nighttime when you guys can see the lights on, and how they look. So I'm gonna leave off the video here and pick back up whenever it's dark out. All right, guys, well, it is nighttime now. I'm in a parking lot so you guys can see the lights, but also see me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the truck looks like. All right, so you guys can see the kind of lighting we're under, but that's how bright the low mode is. And in my opinion, it's the perfect brightness. It's just enough to where, you know, you can tell that it's not really dim like a cheap light would look, but it's also enough coverage and light output that it looks good. And overall, I'm really happy with them. And I think they make a sweet addition to the truck, especially when driving around town at nighttime. And then of course, when you're off-roading, it allows you to see, you know, around the base of your vehicle, you know, the rock part and rock lights. But yeah, that's what the truck looks like. Let me know what you guys think about the rock lights. I really like them, and I think they're a cool addition to the truck. And I would recommend them to you guys, especially these ones. They are pricey, remember that, but you pay for what you get, and they are 100% worth it. So I do recommend these. Like I said, there'll be a link for everything that I mentioned in this video down in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider dropping a like and subscribing down below. That is greatly appreciated. We just hit 1,200 subscribers, which is just like insane. I love every single one of you guys. So stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you then.